Good morning. We are at the 16th session of this course. In the previous few sessions, we saw the vowel sound patterns of combinations of A with some other vowel or semi vowel. Okay. Today, we will have a look at some words of more than one syllables which have different sound patterns, different vowel patterns in different parts of the word. Another such list of words you have seen earlier, which we called as mixed words first list. Okay. So, this we have seen earlier in our first quarter. So, similarly, now another list of bisyllable words are here. Another list is here. Yes, Akshat. Read the first two lines.
Absent, access, approach, ardent, arrest, aspect, assess, autumn, backward, banquet,
Banquet, yes.
barber, cancel.
Good. Shashank.
Canvas, catcher, cobbler, cockroach, comfort, complex, confirm, constant, constraint, contrast, control, current.
Good. Next.
danger, descent, dormant, encroach, finger, fortune, forward, fragment, fungus, furnish, gospel, hammer, headache, human.
Good. Kartik.
Inform, insist, involve, language, letter, method, modern, monster, object, pamphlet,
Pamphlet.
practice, present, project.
Good. Akriti.
Rapid, reserve, respect, result, second, silent, student, subject, summer, suspend, system, target, teacher, total, transfer, translate, vaccine, village, winter.
Good. Okay. These words are more or less simple, straightforward, right? Words are not very difficult. And here you might notice that we have in this second list of mixed words, we have included some two vowel combinations, AI here, OA here, okay, EA here, and so on, which we have studied in some of the recent word families. So, here also we make the same point that as long as different parts of the word you can capture based on their individual sound patterns, spelling or pronunciation of the complete word will not pose a great problem. Okay. We go to the segment of our syntax lesson. Okay. In the previous session, we studied the forms be plus third form. Okay. The structure of the sentence with be plus third form of a verb. Okay. So, and we saw that that is used to tell something in the passive voice. Okay. Now, here see the forms of active voice and passive voice together. Yes, Kartik. मतलब नहीं नहीं मैं कहता हूँ ठीक है. दिस वन हम लोग कहते हैं. ठीक है. मैं कहता हूँ हम लोग कहते हैं. ठीक है. ओके. इधर क्या है? मुझको मतलब मुझे बताया जाता है या मुझे कहा जाता है या मुझे कहा गया है भी हो सकता है. मुझे कहा गया है या मुझे बताया गया है ये भी हो सकता है. मुझे हम लोगों को कहा गया है या हम लोगों को कहा जाता है. ठीक है. दोनों सेंस बनेगा. ठीक है. ओके. दिव्यांश.
हरी यू टेल तुम बोलते हो
ठीक है,
You tell.
तुम लोग बोलते हो भी हो सकता है।
You are told. तुम्हें बताया गया है.
तुम्हें बताया गया है या तुम्हें बताया जाता है, दोनों से मतलब चलेगा। ठीक है, नेक्स्ट हियर।
Hari tells. हरी बताता है.
हरी बताता है या हरी कहता है। ठीक है,
Boys tell. लड़के बताते हैं.
ठीक है,
मीना is told. मीना को बताया गया है.
ठीक,
The robbers are told. लुटेरों को बताया गया है.
ठीक है,
He tells. वह बताता है.
वो कहता है। ठीक है, या वो बताता है। ठीक है,
They tell. वे कहते हैं.
ठीक है,
She is told. उसे बताया गया है.
ठीक है।
They are told. उन्हें बताया गया है.
हाँ, ये जो है ना कॉन्टेक्स्ट के मुताबिक जो है ये हम लोग इंटरप्रेट करेंगे कि कहता है, बताता है या सुनाता है। जैसे शी इज़ टोल्ड ए स्टोरी, इसका जब हिंदी करेंगे तो उसका करेंगे उसे एक कहानी सुनाई जाती है। ठीक है, कहानी बताई जाती है या कही जाती है चलेगा, लेकिन तब शी इज़ टोल्ड ए स्टोरी का ठीक मतलब जो है वो निकालने की कोशिश करेंगे तो कहानी सुनाई जाती है। ठीक है, ओके। शशांक, अब पास्ट टेंस में आते हैं।
I told. मैंने कहा.
मैंने कहा था बोलो, स्पष्ट हो जाएगा।
We told. हमने कहा था.
हमने कहा था।
You told. तुमने कहा.
तुमने कहा था या तुम लोगों ने कहा था, दोनों एक ही बात है। ठीक है,
They told. उन्होंने कहा था.
इन लोगों ने कहा था
उन लोगों
या
ने?
उन लोगों ने कहा था। ठीक है, अब इधर आ जाओ।
I was told. मुझे कहा गया था.
मुझे कहा गया था, बिल्कुल सही,
We were told. हमें कहा गया था.
बिल्कुल सही।
You were told. तुम्हें कहा गया था.
ठीक है, ये वही है। आगे,
The dog was told. कुत्ते को कहा गया था.
कुत्ते को कहा गया था।
John and Mary were told. John और Mary को कहा गया था.
ठीक है,
It was told.
इसमें दोनों मतलब निकल सकता है कि इसको कहा गया था या यह कहा गया था, दोनों मतलब निकलता है। यानी कि अगर कुत्ते को कहा गया था तो इसे कहा गया था मतलब निकलेगा। ठीक है, और ये बात कही गई थी तब इट जो है ये बात की जगह पर बैठेगा। यहाँ पर ध्यान देने वाली बात है कि टेल जो है एक ऐसा वर्ब है जिसका दो ऑब्जेक्ट हो सकता है। मैं तुम्हें एक कहानी कहता हूँ। क्या कहता हूँ? कहानी। किसे कहता हूँ? तुम्हें। ठीक है, तो ये भी बोल सकते हैं यू आर टोल्ड ए स्टोरी, नहीं तो ऐसा भी कह सकते हैं ए स्टोरी इज़ टोल्ड टू यू। यहाँ पर यू भी आ सकता है, ए स्टोरी भी आ सकता है। ठीक है, तो इट का मतलब कौन सा है, जिसको कहा जा रहा है वो या जो कहा जा रहा है वो, उसी हिसाब से इसका मतलब इंटरप्रिटेशन बदल जाएगा। ठीक है,
They were told. उन्हें कहा गया था.
उन लोगों को कहा गया था। हाँ, अक्षत फ्यूचर में आ जाओ।
I will tell. मैं कहूँगा.
ठीक है,
We will tell. वो लोग कहेंगे.
हम लोग कहेंगे
You will tell. तुम कहोगे.
या तुम लोग कहोगे, दोनों।
A letter will tell. एक पत्र कहेगा.
एक पत्र कहेगा, एक चिट्ठी कहेगी, एक चिट्ठी बताएगी। मतलब कि मैं मुझवानी नहीं बताऊंगा, चिट्ठी से बताऊंगा। एक चिट्ठी कहेगी जो भी कहना है। ठीक है,
Events will tell. Events
घटनाएं
घटनाएं कहेंगी.
घटनाएं बताएंगी या घटनाएं कहेंगी।
It will tell. ये कहेंगे.
यह कहेगा, यस।
They will tell. वह कहेंगे.
वे लोग कहेंगे। ठीक है, अब इधर आ जाओ।
I will be told. मुझे बताया जाएगा.
मुझे बताया जाएगा, बिल्कुल सही,
We will be told. हम लोगों को बताया जाएगा.
बिल्कुल ठीक है।
You will be told. तुम्हें बताया जाएगा.
ठीक है, या तुम लोगों को बताया जाएगा।
A story will be told. एक कहानी बताई जाएगी.
ठीक है,
Facts will be told. Facts बताए जाएंगे.
सच्चाई बताई जाएगी। ठीक है, तथ्य बताए जाएंगे।
It will be told. ये बताया जाएगा.
ठीक है,
These will be told. वह बताए जाएंगे.
ये सब बताया जाएगा। ये सब घटनाएं, ये सब बातें। ठीक है, इसमें ध्यान दो कि इस तरफ जो सेंटेंस है और इस तरफ जो सेंटेंस है उसका मतलब सेम नहीं है। आई टेल मतलब मैं बताता हूँ, आई एम टोल्ड का मतलब मुझे बताया जाता है, मतलब में फ़र्क पड़ा। ठीक है। एक दूसरे टाइप का एक्सरसाइज है जिसमें कि जो चीज़ हम कहेंगे उसी को इस फॉर्म में लिखना है, मतलब बिना चेंज किए। ठीक है। लेकिन फॉर्म बदलना है। ठीक है। फॉर्म अगर इधर वाले फॉर्म में हम बताते हैं सेंटेंस, तो तुम बदल के इधर वाले फॉर्म में करोगे, मतलब बिना चेंज करके। और अगर हम इधर वाले फॉर्म में बताते हैं सेंटेंस ओरिजिनल, तो तुम उसका मतलब बिना चेंज करके इधर ले आओगे। ठीक है। चलो कुछ वर्ड्स लेते हैं। यस, दिस वन। मुझे बताया जाता है, मुझे बताया गया है। हाँ, आई हैव बीन टोल्ड इज़ ऑल्सो मुझे बताया गया है, लेकिन थोड़ा सा फ़र्क है। फ़र्क कॉन्टेक्स्ट में ये होता है, और हिंदी में बहुत ज़्यादा फ़र्क नहीं पड़ेगा। उसका हिंदी करेंगे तो बहुत ज़्यादा फ़र्क नहीं पड़ेगा। जैसा कि हम पहले भी किसी किसी कॉन्टेक्स्ट में कहते आए हैं कि हिंदी का सेंटेंस और इंग्लिश का सेंटेंस में 1 to 1 जो है ना, एकदम पक्का पक्का ट्रांसलेशन नहीं होता है। किसी किसी कॉन्टेक्स्ट में बाउंड्री वाला जो है ना, वो इस तरह से भी फंस सकता है, उस तरह से भी फंस सकता है। सो टिपिकली हिंदी से कोई मतलब नहीं रखें तो आई एम टोल्ड का मतलब होता है मुझे बताया गया है। ठीक है। और आई हैव बीन टोल्ड का कुछ सेंस ऐसे क्रिएट होता है कि बताने का काम जो है बहुत रिसेंटली ख़त्म हुआ है। ठीक है। सो दैट certain idea is given a little more clearly if it is said I have been told. ठीक है। Okay. So from this form to this form or the other way around, this is what we will do, and let us take some words to anchor our practice. पहला सेंटेंस अक्षर से लेते हैं। पे से एक सेंटेंस बनाओ पहले, एकदम
Any type of sentence.
एनी टाइप ऑफ सेंटेंस।
They will pay the fees.
दे विल पे द फीस। ठीक है। अब इसको शशांक घुमाओ। दे विल पे द फीस, इसको हाँ,
They will be paying the fees.
नो नो नो, इसको घुमाओ, उल्टा करो।
Negative.
नहीं, नेगेटिव कुछ नहीं,
Passive.
पैसिव करो। हाँ,
The fees will be paid by them.
द फीस विल बी पेड बाई देम। ठीक है। ओके। अब इसका नेगेटिव करो, इसका नेगेटिव करो,
Passive.
पैसिव में ही। हाँ,
Fees will not be paid by them.
हाँ। अब दिव्यांश, इसको वापस ले जाओ। द फीस विल नॉट बी पेड बाई देम, इसको एक्टिव में ले जाओ।
They will not pay the fees.
दे विल नॉट पे द फीस। ठीक है। ठीक है। अब नया एक सेंटेंस बनाओ तुम से।
I will say the question.
I will say the question. Okay. He has already said the question. Good. I will say the question. ठीक है। आकृति से बनाया है, लेकिन टेल के सेंस में बनाया है थोड़ा सा। आस्क, आई विल आस्क द क्वेश्चन, आई विल आस्क द क्वेश्चन। ठीक है।
The question will be asked by me.
द क्वेश्चन विल बी आस्क्ड बाई मी। ठीक है। किसको सवाल पूछोगे ये बता दो, इसी सेंटेंस से थोड़ा सा लंबा करो।
Question will be asked
बाई मी
by
टू,
me
बाई मी टू।
to my friend.
गुड। द क्वेश्चन विल बी आस्क्ड बाई मी टू माई फ्रेंड। ठीक है। अब कार्तिक इसको वापस घुमाओ। द क्वेश्चन विल बी आस्क्ड बाई मी टू माई फ्रेंड।
I will ask a question with my
टू माई फ्रेंड,
to my friend.
आई विल आस्क द क्वेश्चन टू माई फ्रेंड। ठीक है। अच्छा, आई गेव ए पेन टू हिम ऑन दैट डे। ओके। किसको दिया, क्या दिया, ये सब बात उठ चुकी है। ठीक है। आई गेव ए पेन टू हिम ऑन दैट डे, इसी सेंटेंस को ऐसे भी बोला जा सकता है, आई गेव ए पेन, आई गेव हिम ए पेन ऑन दैट डे। ठीक है। उस दिन मैंने उसे कलम दिया था। ठीक है। अब इसको घुमाओ और शुरू करो। ही से, नहीं तो द पेन से. ए पेन, ए पेन.
A pen was given by me to him that day.
ठीक है, या ऑन दैट डे भी चल सकता है. ठीक है, ए पेन वॉज गिवन बाई मी टू हिम, या ए पेन वॉज गिवन टू हिम बाई मी ऑन दैट डे. ठीक है. हाँ शशांक, इसको दूसरे तरीके से पैसिव करो जिसमें कि ए पेन से शुरू नहीं होगा, ही से शुरू होगा. ही वॉज.
He was given a pen by me on that.
He was given a pen by me on that day. ठीक है. ओके. कोई क्वेश्चन अभी तक पे?
If you make a sentence with be plus third form, then what is the major difference between that sentence and the sentence which doesn't have be plus third form? So what is the main purpose of using that be plus third form?
B plus third form is used to express the same sentence with the object in focus. Okay. So that is, in grammatical terms, is called the passive voice. Okay. So it is just that is one form of sentence which has evolved, and we are trying to capture it by calling it the sentence with the structure B plus third form. Okay. So in order to identify that separately from this kind of sentences, and this is also important because you will see those who are new to the language, when they continuously read, they are not so habituated with this form, and in the beginning of the sentence somewhere if they see I, and then somewhere if they see told, then they do not notice that an am is sitting just before the told. They try to interpret the sentence as if मैंने कहा sense में, okay, in the मैंने कहा sense, but it is actually मुझे बताया गया है. So this is why we are stressing this point, that this is the theme of that structure. Okay.
There are some verbs which come only in the passive voice, like they are habituated.
In principle, it is possible to use habituate in active voice also. For example, if I say that it is necessary to habituate the students to this kind of exercises, it is difficult to say that that sentence will be wrong, but yes, it is less commonly used.
And you said two verbs cannot come together.
In the proper verb form, yes.
But there are some sentences like I was caught.
Yeah.
I got caught.
I was caught. That's what I am telling. Was is the verb. Caught is the adjective.
Okay, in a sentence with he got caught.
Same thing. Got is the verb. Caught is the adjective. The third form. Okay. So in the case of what was the first word, first sentence, first example you gave? I was caught. So in the case of caught, you find it difficult to notice that we are using third form, because in the case of catch, the second and third form are similar. So replace it by a verb which has its second and third form different, and then you will notice. I was gave is not right. Okay. I was given. Okay. I was knew is not right. I was known. So when you see caught, you may get misled by the second form of catch, but it is actually the third form of catch that is coming there.
And about teaching these words, you are teaching these words in a family. With the pronunciation same pronunciation. But when we teach in a class, a child has to know a word by its pronunciation and meaning. And meaning is sometimes it's very straightforward, and sometimes they arise out of a context. But for children to get acquainted with such things becomes difficult. So is it really helpful in a class to teach words to children in a family? I mean, this.
Okay. This question actually can be answered. This question can be raised at several levels and answered at several levels. Some of the upper levels we are addressing in this course, and lower levels we are not, because the clientele in our course happens to be adults. Okay. So, we are doing two things in this direction. So, one is that, of course, the word families are constructed in order to put together the spelling patterns and the pronunciation patterns. Okay. So far it succeeds, but beyond that words are really learned, really captured through meaning and usage. In order to handle that, we are doing 2-3 things. One is that we are encouraging the students to know the words in their meanings. Some of the meanings I am telling here, right here, and for others they can look up the dictionary. And 2 more things we are doing. One is this round, practice of words from the present word family to an extent, and for teachers in a school classroom framework, I advise this practice in a really long coverage. And apart from that, a shortlisted collection of the same words we are using for exercise of the grammatical or syntactic lessons. But then even this requires a kind of a level of proficiency. Okay. So, that is, we say 2 things. There is a chicken egg problem there, that words can be really learned through usage in sentences, but sentences can be really built only when there is a stock of words already sitting there. Who will build that stock of words and how that will be built? In this context, we can I can share with you something which we did long time back once. Once we gave 1 quarter of this course in a class in which there were some 40 children of 3rd, 4th, 5th and 6th standard together. Okay. And we had absolutely no idea of what is their background. Okay. And some of them were of reasonably good background, and some of them were from a very poor background. Okay. So, in order to ensure that everybody learns something, so we were trying to teach the word family words to the extent of sound and reading and spelling and some kind of familiarity, and for that we constructed a few interesting sentences and asked them to read through those sentences, and even before they can construct sentences, it is possible for them to read sentences and make sense out of it. Okay. So, for example, I will share some of the sentences with you which children find very quick to capture and go on repeating, and through repeating many times they learn it. For example, when we were teaching the first word family, cat, this is one sentence we had. Okay. That man had a fat cat. Okay. So, like this we constructed quite a few sentences from words with words from the cat family. Okay. And then similarly from the when we were teaching the then when we were teaching the bed family, then we had this sentence: set the bed for the well-fed men. Okay. So, and this exercise you can start even before the child is really in the writing phase. Okay. Even in the kindergarten kind of atmosphere, you can put these sentences, and some of the sentences go even at a further younger age, and you can try to ingrain the idea of different sound patterns, different word patterns in the mind of a child even earlier. For example, kiss this kid in his chin. Okay. So, this is a sample when we were teaching family big. So, the same sound pattern even before a child has come to the stage of spelling and writing and so on, pronunciation he knows. Okay. And this is actually the way to learn the actual sentence. Okay. So, even for a 3-year-old, 4-year-old child, you can tell him this sentence and you can make him tell this sentence and he will like, and if it is your own child, then you can follow through the action also with the sentence. Okay. And after the child becomes a little larger, bigger, okay, this then in the same word family, another, this pit is filled with filth. Okay. So, like this you can construct many nice interesting sentences and supply those sentences to the child, and I found that small children very happily, very nicely and very quickly start repeating, that man had a fat cat, that the cat sat on a mat, okay, and so on. Okay. And from that they get the sound pattern and spelling patterns. Then when we came to the sound pattern, the word family home, then similarly we constructed many such sentences, and one of them is this classic sentence of universal appeal, none can love one as mom has done. Okay. And make note, four words here are from a single line of a special class of exceptions of that word family. Okay. So, rather than in the home family, these were listed in a single line as exceptions. Okay. Love, dove, none, done, one, some. These were the 6 words. So, out of that this word pattern comes very quickly. So, like this you can supply good nice sentences which have an appeal, which children pick up very quickly, and some of them will start getting the meaning. It is not necessary at every stage for the child to know the meaning. It is not necessary at every stage to drive home the meaning completely. At a very beginning stage, you can supply words in the framework of sentences. Okay. And if you take in bunches words which are from the same family, then together they will get those words, and somewhere in the mind it stays that these words have a same pattern, because the sound that I heard came similar. Okay. And then later when the child comes to the stage of writing and spelling and using, then that memory operates. Okay. Anything else? Okay. So, we stop here and continue in the next session with lesson 17. Thank you.